Hello everyone and welcome back on the channel. Today we will speak about Robert Kiyosaki. He sold this Bitcoin. Why he sold this Bitcoin? So let's jump in a bit. He said I sold 2.25 million in Bitcoin for approximately 90k. I purchased this Bitcoin for 6k a coin years ago. So right now he want to buy two surgery centers and investing in the billboard business. So with this cash flow for approximately 27,500 a month income, he want to buy Bitcoin again. I'm still very bullish and optimistic on Bitcoin and will begin acquiring more with my positive cash flow. But this news was yesterday and the market is crashed. So why he says that today? He can wait a bit when the market is higher now. Okay, so let's introduce me a bit. I'm humble farmer. I'm on this market since 2020 and I just starting my YouTube journey. So if you want to give me a like and a comment, I appreciate that. Okay, let's talk a bit about Bitcoin because as you can see today, Bitcoin is done again. It's like 2 weeks almost. We are only done. It's not up only, it's done only. And since this higher high, we can see the price got down to 33% today. So it's a lot, my friend. We have to stay strong on this market. If you stay in this market, I hope you have a bit of stable or cash because we are so done. So done only. I don't know what can I say, but I will show you on this video some data and I hope we can see a rebound soon. Let's take a look about my trade on Paradex Meteora. As you can see, I'm underwater. I lost 2000 right now. It's a bit boring, but I hope a rebound soon because, yeah, I will show you the data later. Okay, MicroStrategy get removed from stock because when we enter in the bear market, every time we have a lot of bad news. Michael Saylor responds to MACY Index Matter. Our team is building a new kind of enterprise, a Bitcoin-backed structured finance company with the ability to innovate in both capital market and software. He said, index classification doesn't define us. Our strategy is long-term, our conviction in Bitcoin is unwavering, and our mission remains unchanged to build the world's first digital monetary institution on the foundation of sound money and financial innovation. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So we will see what happens in the next few weeks, in the next few months with strategy. If MACY delist strategy, if the it's the Nasdaq. No, the Nasdaq delist the strategy as well. We will see soon. Okay, let's jump in for the news like yesterday. Exchanges wipe out 2 billion overnight as Bitcoin break to 81k. So Bitcoin breaks below 85k, trigger more than 2 billion in crypto derivative liquidation within 24 hours as risk asset came under pressure again. So the build came from long position, about 2 million in long versus roughly 140 million from short. And as you can see, this thread from crypto if said the same digits that didn't close all the long and get liquidated all the way down here, same type of people that short BTC because there are over 11 billion in short position above 103k. So I hope, like crypto said, we will go back to 103k and to liquidate all the short because of my position of Meteora, of course. So we will see what happens. And I want to share with you this data because, as you can see, there's not too much exchanges. The pie on this market, it's with 3, 4, 5 exchange. Like you have Bybit, Hyperliquid, Binance, the three major exchanges where everyone is liquidated, and a bit of HTX and OKX. So the market is so concentrated, I think, on crypto, but it's like that. Okay. After this, about the crypto fear and greed index, because everyone and their grandmother speak about the crypto fear and greed index, and I think it's a bit normal because we never saw a crypto fear index in the extreme fear like that. We are done. The crypto fear it's at its lower. Like they said, like CryptoSlate said, that is one of the lowest prints since the early stages of the current cycle. Yeah, and like Condesk said, Bitcoin crypto fear index index shows extreme pessimism. Tactical bottom may be near by analyst. Let's go further. Peak pessimism doesn't necessarily signal an immediate end of the downtrend. Price can still fall further, as we saw in March when the indicator bottomed before Bitcoin continued to slide into April. Yet, Bitcoin still staged a 10% rebound immediately after that initial sentiment low. With sentiment now near rock bottom again, a similar short-term rebound is possible. I hope it's all I want, my friend. Okay, so let's go on the more or less the market, the data. Yeah. So okay, let's go on what happened on the market. This sell-off is not a merely technical correction, but a symptom of broader systemic risk, driven by a collision of microeconomic force and fragile market psychology. Like the crypto degen are very leveraged, like me. So in the psychology, we tend to sell our token in loss because we are so done, we are so cooked. Let's talk a bit about the macroeconomy because as a central bank transition from quantitative tightening to a potential return to quantitative easing, or maybe not a return to quantitative easing, but the end of the quantitative tightening. But maybe you don't really know what is quantitative tightening. Let's talk a bit about this. This policy shrinks the central bank's balance sheet and reduce money supply in order to stabilize inflation and normalize interest rates. And the quantitative easing is the opposite. It's a policy where the central bank buy assets to inject liquidity into the economy. So right now we are transitioning from quantitative tightening to the end of the quantitative tightening, but we are not in quantitative easing. So the central bank doesn't buy assets for the moment, but they doesn't sell anymore. So it's a good news, but the market crash. Okay, and the Cleveland Fed president said that easing rate to support the labor market could prolong inflationary pressure and amplify systemic risk. What it means? So if we easing the interest rates, what we speak a lot with Jerome Powell, this policy designed to stimulate the economy by making borrowing cheaper, encouraging spending and investment and job creation, but also keep inflation high or push it even higher. So it's what the Cleveland Fed president said, because the inflation it's important for the normal people. We want the easing rates for us in the market, for the people invest in the market, but for the people who work on the real life, they don't want, because what happened is the inflation go higher. When you, yeah. Okay, so this crisis on the crypto market may also represent a turning point for crypto to mature as an asset class. It must confront these vulnerabilities, whether through regulatory clarity, improved risk management, or a shift in investor behavior. Crypto volatility is not a function of its technology or governance, but a reflection of the macro force and human behaviors that shape all financial market. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Okay, and at the end, I want to share with you some information from the stock market, or more or less macroeconomy, like we see. So there's 3 points, like the end of the government shutdown, the strong corporate earning, and the market sentiment and season. So when we see the end of the government shutdown, normally, when we see the end of the government shutdown, ça va trop vite. Okay. So when we see the end of the government shutdown, historically, the resolution of government shutdown has correlated with a positive market. The S&P 500 has on average rallied by about 4% after restore economic data flow and reduce uncertainty for investors. So we will see. And there is always a strong corporate earning, like a large majority of S&P 500 companies are reported earning above estimated, reinforcing investor optimism. And the market sentiment and seasonally. Historically, November and December are strong months for the stock market, even referred to as a seasonal rally. Investors expect broad rally across different sectors, including those that underperformed earlier this year, like crypto. So we will see what happens soon, and hope you like this video. So don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to comment. I appreciate that, and see you soon. Ciao.